The sirens were already fading when I found him. My boy, 10 years old, barely breathing in the ditch, mud in his hair, blood drying in a crooked trail down his cheek. He looked at me as if I were the only thing left keeping him tethered to this world. His lips trembled. "It was her father," he whispered. He said, "My blood is disgusting." Then his eyes rolled back. The air went still. Even the wind seemed to pull away. I remember kneeling there, my hands shaking without permission. Not from fear, from control, breaking, one hairline crack at a time. By the time I got him to the hospital, the rage had settled into something colder, something precise. At home, I called my brother. My voice was calm, detached. "Do you remember what Mom taught us?" He was quiet for a long moment. Then, "Yeah, I remember." So did I. Truth first, then judgment. The house felt different that night. Still, but not peaceful, like it was waiting for something to break. She sat at the kitchen table, hands around a cup she wasn't drinking from. Her eyes darted up when she saw me. They said, "He'll be okay," she murmured, voice trembling just enough to be believable. I watched her, every word, every shift of her shoulders. The way she avoided my eyes when I said, "Did your father visit today?" She hesitated, barely a heartbeat, but I caught it. No, why would he? That was when I knew. Not what she'd done, not yet, but that she was part of it. People only pause like that when they're trying to remember which lie they told last. Later, when she was asleep, I stood at the doorway and watched her breathe. There's a peculiar calm that comes when love dies quietly in front of you. It's not rage, it's gravity. The next days unfolded like a script I didn't remember writing. I visited my son every morning before work and every night before I came home. I learned to read hospital monitors like confessionals. Each heartbeat reminded me he was still mine. At home, I played the part. I cooked. I laughed. I let her cry into my shoulder when she pretended to feel guilt. Then I started looking. Quietly. Phone records, financial transfers, her father's messages, deleted but not gone. Every piece fit into something I hadn't dared imagine. It wasn't an attack born of madness. It was a purge. A man trying to erase a mistake his daughter had made. Me. The poor blood her father mentioned was mine. The kind that didn't belong in their family. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the dark, staring at our wedding photo, counting the lies layered beneath her smile. And then I ordered the test. Not for me, for my son. A cotton swab, a number, a truth waiting to be printed. The envelope came 3 days later. I opened it on the porch, rain tapping against the rail like a metronome. One look at the results, and the world stopped pretending to move. He wasn't her father's grandson. He wasn't even hers. I read the line twice before the meaning sank in. Probability of maternity, 0. My son had been born from a donor. Her lie, her secret, her way to give her father better blood. Everything, the hatred, the insult, the violence, it all made sense. And it made me something else, unbreakable. That evening, I walked inside, handed her the paper, and waited. She read it once, her face drained of color. Then again, slower this time, as if the words might change if she blinked enough. You tested him?" I said nothing. She looked at me like a ghost, like she was seeing the shape of her own ruin. "I did it for us," she whispered. I smiled, a small, practiced thing. "No, you did it for him." I let her sit in that silence, let it eat her from the inside out. When she finally broke, she reached for me, pleading, words spilling, excuses dressed as apologies. I stepped back. "You don't get to speak his name again." I handed her a suitcase, clothes folded, keys on top. The car's outside. Go home to your father. Tell him what purity cost you. She tried to resist, but she could see it in me, the line that couldn't be crossed twice. As she walked out, she turned once, as if hoping for mercy. I gave her none, just the truth. The house is quiet now. My son sleeps in the next room, alive, breathing, whole. The papers are locked away, but I don't need them anymore. Truth has its own sound. It lingers long after words fade. Sometimes I stand by the window, watching headlights crawl across the road where I found him. I used to believe betrayal was an act. Now I know it's a language, spoken softly, learned young. Mom was right. Truth first, then judgment. And judgment, when it finally comes, is always quiet.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.